we should about be live, right? It would seem so. I'm not gonna check on Twitch's side, but this is good enough confirmation for me when the lights are green in OBS. That's I feel like they would tell me if there was a problem sending this data stream away. Hi, hello. Welcome to another stream. Now there might be a little more clarity to my webcam. Tries to autofocus. I don't know if the last time I had this app installed it did that. I had to switch out my cameras. Well, it's phones. It is a camera on my phone. I had to switch it out because well, let's just say I'm not going to be in possession of the phone that I streamed on earlier soon. That's going to go away. So I had to swap out the phones. Again, it's not a phone I'm using. It's not my daily driver. It used to be, so I'm kind of screwed. Once this one leaves, I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see. I might actually... okay, I shouldn't go on public record saying what the previous phone was. Also, my hair looks terrible. Which is a shame because I feel like this this video stream is a little more HD than on the last phone, meaning meaning that it's a little more visible that I have a bad hairdo, basically. Anyway, hi, welcome to Story. We're gonna do Story. We're just gonna do the new patch that came into the game yesterday. The first thing I wanted to do though is test out something. Now there is an event on the wiki. You can actually see it, and I'm gonna show it on stream for a brief second. And it's oh nope, that's the wrong tab. This event, Repel the Aetherblade Ambushers, which apparently it has some information to it, and we are concerned with this one to be exact. And it has some notes to it, which you can't quite effectively see. I'm just going to try to amend that by putting the window into a different size. This event can occur at multiple locations, which is, again, I'm concerned about the southern location, where it says this event is triggered by players' activity in the area. Try running around on the ground instead of flying, which most people will probably take this advice and just be running around like mad. However, what I've noticed, and I want to test it out again. I've been testing it out, and I'm gonna include that in the article itself. I'm gonna edit that article. But what I found out, unless there is like an ambush going elsewhere here, you can run around all you want, and you're probably not gonna trigger it anytime soon. However, if you do need it, because it is needed for like an achievement, what you can do is actually mine this mithril ore, and I shit you not, it feels like the most reliable method, right as I dispose of the tiger, because I want to show you the effect. Like, it spawns immediately. The ambush just as soon as you strike the last strike with the mining pickaxe, it feels like you can trigger this event very reliably, unless it's on cooldown. I did find out when it was nearby, the other version of it was nearby, it didn't trigger. I don't know what the exact conditions are, but I've triggered it in like 8 tries out of 10, for real. I'm not even kidding. And well, let's say this is the 11th, right? Check this out, okay? I'm gonna start mining as soon as I'm gonna loot the third one. Boom! See? They attack me immediately. I think it's a very conclusive test that I've done here. that the ambush is genuinely triggered by this. So I am going to include it in the in the wiki. I don't know whether this tree would trigger it as well. It might not. But for whoever needs it, I think it's a helpful advice to put on the wiki. Again, it might not be reliable 100% of the time, because what can happen is that it's on cooldown. Like if I killed them and immediately someone went in to loot this mithril ore, it might not trigger for them, obviously. However, I do think, like for me, at the very least, it was a very reliable way to do this. So there you go. That's what I wanted to start stream with. I don't need that event. I don't need to complete it. We are going to move to the main event, but first of all, we do need to, I guess, pick up our own drops, which should be enabled on stream. So if you watch me, by the way, did I refresh the information or did I launch with the old description? It seems like I didn't launch with any description whatsoever. But yeah, we did get some Twitch drops. I'm gonna get the rest later. However, if you're gonna watch me today, you might be well on your way to get a bunch of this. Also, it seems I have the Warrior Quaggan backpack already, which is a shame. I thought I'm gonna have a new skin. Anyway, before we move on in the story, we technically never finished the previous ones, because that was filtered into the game throughout the weeks leading up to this step, in snippets of like dialogue. If you do that story step now, I do believe you would get it all. However, we are not even halfway there, so we're gonna have to listen to a lot of Gorik's journals first, the remainders of them. I only ever really listened to 3. I wasn't aware of that fact. Anyway, we're moving on from this spot, and we might actually stop by at the end of the stream. I think it would be fun to just confirm it again just by doing this, and we'll see. Okay, so back to Gyala Delve, a map I haven't spent any substantial time on off stream. I think actually the only times I was here was on streams. As you can see, I don't even have it half discovered. Well, 67% is pretty much it, but we'll see. We'll listen to Gorik's research journal, which gives us to entry 5, or gets us to entry 5.
Case notes. Entry 5. Rana visited to check in after my Kappa incident, which I suppose still needs explanation. Picking up where I left off, when I opened my eyes, I saw something I don't think I'll ever be able to forget. Lish was sitting across from me. Not in his golem body, but exactly how I remembered him from before his illness took over. He stared at me in a menacing way he never had before. And his body disintegrated into a mass of writhing beetles. They swarmed me. I can still feel the prickle of their claws across my skin. At the point I thought I might suffocate, they vanished. The next thing I remember, I was clinging tightly to Yao, sobbing. They comforted me until I could pull myself together. Once I found the words, I told them everything. They stayed with me for a long time. Then they returned later with some tea. I'm still shaken up and rather embarrassed about what happened. But I'm so grateful Yao was there to help me through it. I'm going to see Tiny soon. And I plan to tell her everything that happened. Taimi a much-needed visit and told her everything. She has a way of making me feel better. We also spoke about the implications. We think the unknown element I've been studying is causing these effects. What's most troubling is that this incident confirms my earlier hypothesis. These hallucinations aren't random. Based on the commander's experiences, and now my own, the delusions appear to target prime emotional vulnerabilities. The how of it all remains a mystery, but it does explain the demon's manipulation of one's senses. Now that I'm back, I plan to tell Rama and Yao about this development, though it seems they stopped by in my absence. They installed a few Kappa-repellent gadgets outside my lab, and left a kind note with a plate of pea cookies. Picturing those two working together makes me smile. They seem on better terms lately. I hope the trend continues.
Okay, so as I was muted earlier, but I was commenting on whether he's actually getting the same visions as we are, or we have been last time, and it seems it's confirmed, and it's the demon's doing. Entry 7.
Entry 7. Today was unusual. Rama visited. That wasn't unusual, though his demeanor was rather tender. However, Yao and Cholmu also visited. Yao did most of the talking. Odd, as Cholmu's keen on speaking for himself. Yao explained that Cholmu had experienced hallucinations. I asked him to elaborate. Frequency, locations, etc. Rama made to leave, perhaps out of politeness, but Cholmu told him to stay. He said it's better we're all made aware. He didn't go into much detail. His visions were of a deceased friend, and they only occurred in the lower mind. Rama pressed him about the other crew members, but Cholmu claimed that none had voiced similar experiences. He originally chalked any behavioral discrepancies up to stress, but he realized too late that it may be something more. Cholmu's account seemed credible, if not a bit slow, and they're another data point supporting mine and Taimi's theory.
Okay, I wanted to note something. I forgot what it was, so let's move on, I guess. Let's move on.
Something unbelievable just happened. Cholmu visited again. Once certain we were alone, he began frantically rambling. He admitted that he left out details about his hallucinations because Yao was present. Early on, Cholmu had worked on the forefront of the excavation. Alone one night, he heard someone run up behind him. Before he knew it, he was face down. He could hear the attacker hissing while bashing his head into the ground. Nearly unconscious, Cholmu felt the attacker start chewing his leg. He suspects it may have been trying to eat him. With the strength he had left, he cast off the attacker. He sat up to see one of his captains, blood staining her mouth. Their struggle continued, edging closer to a mine shaft. To keep them from falling, Cholmu tried to ram her backward. But in that moment, she lunged. Instead of hitting him, she flew over his back, free falling to the bottom of the mine. He was so shocked, he couldn't process it. His crew assumed the captain quit, as she'd recently been acting agitated. That's when his delusions began. He made me swear not to tell Yao, who'd known the captain. But I had to tell someone.
Who did you tell? Also, yeah, the thing I wanted to note is just for updates on the Hazen demons. What I wanted to note is that the dialogue of the other characters here, I should have probably muted that or something. Someone triggered an effect for some reason and just fucking intervened with the journal entry.
Case note, entry 9. I have a confession. Despite Cholmu swearing me to secrecy, I couldn't keep his story to myself. I
Oh,
paid
Gory.
Taimi another visit and spilled everything. She was shocked, to say the least, but she was glad I confided in her. She echoed Cholmu's request not to tell Yao. There's no use upsetting them. I couldn't bring myself to do so anyway. Still, I feel better getting it off my chest. And as Tiny pointed out, if I was stressed, imagine how Chomo feels. Between the guilt and the cruelty inherent in these delusions, it puts his behavior into perspective. While I was there, Tiny showed me something exciting. A prototype for a device that she, June, and Yao are working on. It's designed to control the stress responses the demon seems to feast on, then channel that power back at it. It's based on my research findings, paired with Yao and June's Jade tech knowledge, and Tiny's everything knowledge. We just might have a solution to our demon problem.
Okay, so I'm guessing we're gonna employ that tech right now in this story step, and this should actually conclude the whole of Ender Dragons, from what I understand. So this is gonna be interesting. Last one.
Case notes entry 10. This is it. We've done it. Thank the alchemy. Tiny asked me to stop by as soon as possible. When I arrived, she, Yao, and June were putting the final touches on their newest invention. It boasts several features, not to mention a sleek design. I can't wait till the commander sees, though I need to keep reminding myself to treat this with sensitivity. The commander's role in our plan will likely be the toughest and most psychologically draining.
Great.
I'm on pins and needles for the adventure's debut. Demon, here we come. Gorik, out.
Gorik out, and that should conclude our last story. I mean, the previous story. Now let's get into the thick of it, and into the episode. A plan emerges, which starts with a letter from Gorik, which I will start to read, but I am fully expecting a communication over this this walkie-talkie thing that we have. This communicator. No, actually not. It just tells us what to do next, but we can probably infer that from here. Commander, hope this letter finds you in moderately high spirits. Taimi, Yao, and I have been hard at work searching for an answer to our demon problem, and we think we found a viable solution. A word of caution, our strategy will involve an exhaustive exploration of your mind's response to an intense emotional stimuli. It will be taxing. If anyone has my full confidence, it's you, Commander. When you're ready, come by the power plant in New Kainang City to discuss our new plan of attack. Gorik. And yeah, so that's our invitation to the Kainang City, which I have recently learned there is actually a portal, a formal portal that will take you back into the city. Also, there's an unsent letter. I don't know whether I read this last time or not. I will read it away. Papa, given grandfather's lux and blood, thought you'd be interested to know the Brotherhood has us digging in a mine with a bit of Luxon gear in it. I found some rusty bits of some old mining equipment. Was in rough shape, but could be a nice memento. Maybe show this to grandfather. See what he says. We're way out here on some spur of the rail line, down in this hole full of jade. Conditions could be better, and the bosses seem to argue a lot, but could be worse, I guess. Hope to see you soon. And it's held for disclosure violation. It's undelivered, never reached their intended audience. So yeah, let's head back into the city and see where it leads us. If anyone's watching, please do tell whether the autofocus on the webcam is actually distracting. It feels like every time I glance there, it just pulls this, in a sense, to focus back on me, which is not necessarily the best thing. I might turn it off for next stream already. Anyway, shall we mount there? Shall we drive, or shall we just waypoint? I guess waypointing would be the play here, right? We're not here to explore the city, even if we haven't explored it fully. We have in terms of map completion, but not necessarily.
Two individuals self-identifying as purists rampage through the meeting hall.
Not necessarily for achievements and
By the
stuff.
Ministry of Security and are currently being held at the East Precinct.
So we're going to the power plant. I'm pretty sure I've cleaned this drain inlet, but in case I haven't, that is one of the achievements I'm talking about. Also, there's the Jane's Lantern. Apparently, I've already activated this one, seeing as I can interact with it. Let's enter the story step instance then. With some new artwork. Nice, always nice to see. And a familiar location. The security doesn't pay any attention to us. A lot of useless NPCs. And a single elevator. Which I guess we can take the steps as well. But I'm sorry, maybe they want to show this off. Cool, I like the wheels that are spinning. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. It's not connected to anything, but there's an Elite J tracker that said no crime is detected in the area. I don't know whether that was outside the story instance, but
Oh,
yeah.
Commander, hi! You look refreshed and so lucid.
I hear you've been busy. Certainly looks that way.
And for good reason. Finn, please show the commander our latest masterpiece. Just like we practiced. Introducing the Recollector.
Jesus. Oh, so that's why we could talk to Finn. Hello, Scruffy. Nice to see you as well.
I'm not sure I follow.
That demon took a liking to you. After further analysis, it's clear why. It preys on unresolved stress, vulnerability.
Not that anyone is doubting your strength, but you've been known to carry the weight of the world. And that's tough for anyone, even if they are you.
Luckily, we can use that to our advantage. If you gather your emotions with the Recollector, we can use them as a lure.
Right. When our demon senses potent emotions, it'll try to latch on. Once enticed, we can lure it from the ley line. Like tasty emotional breadcrumbs.
So your plan is to make me into bait? How do I collect these emotional breadcrumbs?
You'll have to do some exploration, physically and emotionally. Places important to you should give strong responses.
Let's assume.
I know it's a lot, but we'll be there to help. And it'll be great prep for protecting your mind against further attacks.
You'll have to forgive my lack of enthusiasm for all this. But I'll do what needs to be done.
Alright, we don't have to actually carry it around. Okay. But yeah, we did get the tech, as I predicted. I don't think that it was incredibly surprising. Also a very light instance. Even optional dialogue is like locked off and stuff. We are supposed to like literally bottle our emotions now. For some reason, we're gonna be thinking of my Trin as well as our first thing. I don't have to walk down here. It's also locked, so we can have actually used the stairs. So yeah, we're gonna remember my Trin though. It would seem. Now, again, I did want to mention something and immediately forgot what it was, so unfortunately my commentary is not going to be extremely insightful. I might give like a review of this part of the episode later as we finish. We'll see how long it takes. Last time it didn't take too long. In fact, I expected to do 2 streams on it and ended up doing just one, finishing everything in the single Single instance.
Fired up.
Yeah, I was here. And there's now newly a memorial that's also phased. I see. That's cool. Hello,
Hey,
Yao.
Commander. So, Kaineng, huh? At least it's convenient.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to pry. I just... Hey, at any point, if you get worked up, I'm here. Dealing with this stuff is hard. Most people won't even try. For what it's worth, I think it's pretty damn brave to do this. And yeah, I'll be here. That's all.
Thank you, Yao. Suppose I should get started.
What is Yao doing though? Does he have any side intentions, ulterior motives? By the way, seeing all the minis around, I did remember. I just found out that one of these patches had me added the option to randomize miniatures, which is. You can even favorite them, which I didn't find. I actually noticed that one. Didn't find any point in doing that. Now I do, and this is quite insane. Like this is exactly the implementation I would have been suggesting to the studio earlier, and they did it. They pulled through, and they actually complied with what the community wants, because a lot of people were clamoring for this. I went fishing and all I caught was this lousy book. Can you tell me what it says? It's soaking wet, but I can try. Ooh, what the hell is this? Have we ever read this? I don't recognize this place, not anymore. The Napui Quarter was my home once. Now it smells like rotten flesh piled high in the hull of a ship. It stood long enough for us to escape. Now it's filled with our dead, our families, our people, walking like they still live, and yet I hope we're not facing another affliction. The rebuilding of Kaineng will start just to the south of here, a land filled with Naga and 1,000 other beasts. We'll work our way down from there, guarding the old swamp until it resembles something livable. That's the plan, at least. An old recycling facility remains on the border of Old Kaineng, old being a peculiar word to write or say aloud. Once we've cleared it out of the Risen, Officer Jimin wants to use it to build weapons. Research Do Talon, Ministry of Archives. And then a date. I don't think I've ever interacted with this. Also, it doesn't, that's not the active story at the moment. There's a Jade Lantern. I'm going to pick it up just because I see I can. Which helps us gather these Lamplighters badges, which we will need for legendary weapons. This memorial honors my Trin, erected in the aftermath of the reactor station explosion. It stands here in commemoration of her sacrifice. No life is purely good or evil. Ultimately, we're the sum of our choices. I'm sorry, I just remembered something and wanted to Google it real quick. We will... What are we doing here? Find a way to pay respects at on Matron's memorial. I mean, what do we... Oh, okay. We're supposed to fish? Alright. Hope I still have my fishing gear. I mean, I could have thrown a lot of it away. Ooh, I have like a golden skiff. Well, I wouldn't have thrown it away, but I just put it on like an alt character, who's my main fisher. Very slow fish, it's fine. I'm kind of used to this already. How many do I need to catch, actually? What did we catch? I have run out of bait, by the way. Probably not a lot to... Oh, we do have the fish. We've already collected it. Can I actually dip my feet into water? Yeah, we're not gonna lose that.
Yeah, you said that. I can't change who I was, but I won't give up on who I want to be.
And who, pray tell, is that?
I don't know. Someone better.
Oh, I know what I wanted to mention before. The audio seems out of whack a little bit. I don't know if you're getting the sense. I feel like some characters are a little too quiet or something. I don't know.
Hey, how are you feeling?
I
My
feel quite
trainer
fine,
was
whatever.
selfish. Killed innocent people without a second thought. And I owe my life to her.
I didn't know her well. Our first real introduction was terrible. But I did get the impression she felt lost. Finding your place can be tough. She probably thought the Aether Blades were where she belonged. But then she hit a point where she realized what she was doing didn't align with the person she wanted to be. And she started thinking less about being accepted by pirates and more about being acceptable to herself.
Doesn't excuse her actions. Not one bit.
Gods, no. She murdered people. Maybe just acknowledge that she tried to do something right at the end.
You're one to talk.
Not everybody does.
Okay, what the hell? We can actually make a story choice or something? What is this icon? Collect potent emotions using the Recollector. Confer with your friends to decide which emotions to explore next. Oh, so should I confer with Yao? What do you think, Commander? What emotions are you going to explore next? I want to... Ooh, we do have a choice. I don't know, Cinder? Why Cinder, though? Blish is good, I guess. I think I want to revisit some of my feelings about Vlast. Vlast feels like the most distant one. To an extent. And this sets us on a path. Head to the salt flats in the desert highlands to explore emotions related to Blast. What if you what if you don't have the desert? Does it still give you the option? I guess it wouldn't, right? But yeah, any excuse to go back into the desert. There is a daily, by the way. I seem to remember in the desert, and I didn't have a alt parked here, so I didn't want to do it, but I guess we can pick it up on our way. It's like a Vista view or something, isn't it? No, that was in the Maguma Wastes. So is it... No, Ascalon Miner, that might have been yesterday. It was probably yesterday. I'm immediately thrown into a wrong map. That's fine. Man, oh man, I haven't been in the desert in earnest for in like a while. To like experience some kind of story here, that's wild. What is Tammy doing here, by the way?
Commander, hey, arid enough for you up here? I'm not good at this, but I wanted to be here with you and, you know, pay my respects.
I barely knew him. Then he was gone.
He did a lot of good in the time he had. That's for sure.
Right, yeah. Let's explore our... What? Is that all encompassing here? What am I supposed to be looking for, man? There's a lot to explore, isn't there? So, do we go down here, or...? Probably not. Explore the area for mementos from the past. Don't know what I'm looking for, but there's one. Very randomly thrown about. A piece of, like, metal. Twisted shards of metal, pockmarked from harsh sandstorms, lie among the scorch marks. I'd never forget forged metal, nor could I forget your heroism. Okay. So what's the idea then? That he killed some forged as like an air raid. A dragon scale lies mostly buried in the sand from years of desert winds, slowly shifting the landscape. The desert may change, but your impact on this world will not last. Okay. They're like cute little assets, I gotta say. Cute little models of the things we can interact with. Which I did not expect that quality of it. I don't know, we've already been here though. Have we? Haven't we? I do believe we have. It's gotta be on the cliff face now. Nope. Somewhere around here. At least we'll get a view if it's not here. A view of the surroundings. Hopefully catch a glimpse of it. There's one. That should be the third and the last. A small yellow crystal shard is embedded in the sand, easily hidden by the similarly colored grasses growing around it. Items may be lost to time, but I'll make sure your sacrifice is remembered. And the scorched ground that still remains here.
I feel trapped in this role, this legacy. I yearn for freedom. I cannot turn away from these responsibilities. To do so would doom the mortal races to certain destruction, and perhaps myself as well. But then again, there is a kind of freedom in death, is there not?
Did we actually hear this in the story itself? I don't quite remember Vlast speaking here. I do believe, this was his last fight, and was not necessarily killed by us, but I don't know whether we were privy to some like dialogue between him and Balthazar, or...
You okay?
I didn't know him long, but he sacrificed his life to save mine, to save Aureen's.
Vlast was expected to give himself for the world, no questions asked. He knew from the start exactly how his life had to be. He'd either live to fulfill Glenn's legacy, or die to save it in the process. Either way, he knew how it would end.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah. Well, if anyone knew Vlast, it was Aureen. Maybe he figured if his legacy was already set, he'd only go along with it knowing she'd be okay. And by saving you, he knew he'd be saving her. So he did fulfill his legacy. Glenn's legacy. But on his own terms. There is a kind of freedom in that.
Alright. It actually says 2 out of 3. I don't know whether they're gonna give me the last ones as an optional thing to do. But we don't have to do all these, which is interesting. Also, Cinder feels so out of place here. Like, I gotta say, all the other ones, like even Vlast, I feel like we don't have necessarily a very personal connection to. But they're interesting. I feel inclined to I feel inclined to click Cinder just to see what it's all about. Like why Cinder of all the char that we've encountered during the whole IBS. Are they going to be feelings of hatred or something? It's like weird. And I don't know whether it might shape actually our story later on. It might actually give us these characters as bosses, I guess. I genuinely don't know. Okay. What is Kralkatoric going on or something? Is the meta starting soon? What the hell? Did you see that? There was an invisible wall. Cholmu, there's Cholmu as well assisting this memory. I don't understand these connections at all, but whatever. Take me on a ride. Hi, dog.
Yo told me about how you'd be up this way. Interesting place.
Well, I'll get to it then.
Sure. Do what you have to do.
Again, really interesting choice of NPCs here. Also, yeah, he is Canton, and traveling this far north, that's gotta be like weird for him, no? Or like, is this? I don't know. Also, can you actually acquire this mace? Is that like a mace you can get in game? It's pretty fucking rad. I gotta admit, not very familiar with all the skins in the game. Talk to the Shadow Warband members to hear their memories and perspectives on Cinder. Okay, so there's Azar Shatter Soul. Don't know whether we ever spoke. Why'd you decide to fight alongside Cinder Steel Temper? I trusted her. Why is that?
Ryland and I came up in the Farrar together. He bailed us out more times than I can count. He's always trying to do what's right. That's why he's got our loyalty.
Okay, thanks for the round. Never gave me a reason to, reason not to, sorry. To your knowledge? Don't know if you're fishing for dirt on her or what, but you won't find it here. She was a good leader and a good person. Nobody like her before or since. She had the respect of her warband. I get it. I guess Cinder was like very prominent in terms of all the other members of the Steel Warband, except for, of course, Ryland. But yeah, she had a very pivotal role in the story, apart from the others, or in contrast to the others. Need something? Can I ask you about Cinder Steel Temper? Wouldn't be around today if not for her. None of us would. She always put our safety before hers. Just who she was. You probably know the type. Suppose I do. Have to respect selflessness like that.
Save it. I've learned plenty. Seen and done plenty. Old heads aren't the only ones fit to lead.
Also, don't know if that's recycled dialogue, if that's new. Some of it was just straight up recycled dialogue. We've already heard that, but this one is I'm not sure about. If you were in her warband, she'd put her life on the line. But if you were on the other side of the battlefield, you were toast. She'd burn you to ashes. All's fair in war, I guess. So yeah, she inspires loyalty. None of the Char would say anything foul about her. Now there's Taito Shadowfang. What do you want? What do you remember about Cinder Steel Temper? Strong as hell for one thing, in battle, but also the way she did things. When she made up her mind about something, she was gonna see it through. Made me want to do the same. Perseverance is admirable, both on and off the battlefield. Yeah, but it only gets you so far. Her biggest mistake was getting captured. Once you're in enemy hands, the show's over. The rules of war, you know. Unfortunately, I do. And last but not least, this random ass char, Vita Shatterhorn.
You want something?
You got something to say or what? Can I ask you about Cinder Steel Temper? She was sharp, and not just in the Farrar. Had this way of knowing what you needed before you even said anything. That's rare, especially for someone that young. But she'd seen a lot already. Battle has a way of aging you beyond your years.
It just means we have to be better. Steel Warband's earned its reputation. We intend on keeping it.
So does the company you keep. Rylan was a good soldier, but he made some bad calls. And Cinder went along with him. Look where it got her. Tragic, but sadly not uncommon. Okay, so yeah, we did get some dirt on her in the end, or at least someone who is not entirely favorable to what she was like in the end, at the very least.
Shaken up.
I'm tired.
Look, you're gonna screw something up for someone. That's just how it goes.
Cinder is dead because I let the parlay happen.
You didn't kill Cinder. Smolder did.
How does this guy know?
Is look out for those counting on you and choose what you believe is right.
Cinder was on the wrong side. Same with all those researchers. But they didn't deserve...
Everyone thinks leading's easy, but it's not black and white. And if things go south and people get hurt, it's all on you. People look at you like you don't care, when really it eats at you. But you can't show them. You have to be strong. But they're right. Someone got hurt, or worse, because of you. No matter how good you are at what you do, it happens.
I know.
It gets to you. Just find your own way to deal with it.
I think I'm ready now. Should probably get back to the mine.
No, we don't get it. We don't get the option to explore all the other stuff, which is fine.
I knew I'd achieve this.
We'll explore it on other characters. It's just a shame it's not going to be on stream. I am not planning on streaming that. Also, yeah, Kralkatoric is here, but I'm gonna ignore. The Shatterer, not Kralkatoric himself. But I'm gonna ignore that, and we're gonna continue on with the story. Okay, let's see about this Recollector thing. It shows us the nearest portal, I believe. That's not where we're headed ultimately, are we? Nope. It's back to Gyala Delve. Okay, that was weird. I just gotta admit, seeing Cholmu be in the know about the Icebrute saga, like, he wasn't there, was he? He's like a new character. He's a Canton. What the fuck is he doing there to comment on this? That kind of caught me off guard. Feels like they didn't have enough characters to put in. I don't know. Also, what is this? I've never seen this icon. I've never interacted with this person. Don't report me for catching a breather. I won't report you for whatever you're doing. So we can actually learn a little bit about the map here, I see. That's interesting. How long has this excavation been going on? Mine's been around since before I was born. Dormant for years. After Su-1, everybody's been looking for energy sources. Scouts found this jade, so we brought in equipment and started digging. I have another question. How did the Brotherhood find out about this place? Details above my pay grade, buddy. Chulmu's got eyes and ears and knuckles in a lot of places. He hears about anything valuable. You can bet we'll be doing everything we can to be Junlai to it. One more question. Know anything about this area? Not much. Some of the crew say that they hear voices, see things, don't know, don't care. Mining's always risky. I'm out here breaking my back to get paid. Noises or not, need to put food on the table. One more thing. The Brotherhood did all this. Logistics, planning, giant drills. I look like the marketing department. Look, Junlai is not the only game in town, though I'm surprised the MOT hasn't caught wind with all the train issues. Or maybe they did, and Chulmu sorted it out. Don't play naive. Last thing we need is MOT or Junlai out here poking around, telling us what's what, eating into our profits. We hit the motherlode out here. That's ours. I'm sure Chulmu would agree. Thanks for the information. There was an achievement for that. World Lore, Gyala Delve. Learn all you can from Ari, the region lore specialist. That's funny. Like, she told us like half the things we asked for. Sometimes like straight up telling us it's above her pay grade. She's definitely not the region lore specialist. Feels like she's like a random ass person though. I do wonder what kind of an achievement this is. Whether they're gonna like filter this into other maps as well, or am I crazy? What's going on in here? Also, it is new. I don't know whether she was like recapping us on things that we might not have gathered or something. That's also an interesting aspect of this. Anyway, people are asking very frequently whether this is bugged here, which is concerning, I guess. We're not going to participate in many events unless the story specifically tells us to do that.
You're back. Thanks
hi,
for helping
Tiny.
me. You're okay. You still have the recollector, right? It didn't explode or...
I'm fine. The Recollector's fine. Though I should probably test out its other functions.
Oh, yeah, right. Of course. But don't think you're walking into that gunk unprotected. Say hello to an old friend. An old friend who can withstand the elements.
You're lending me Scruffy?
He's roomier than he looks. Why don't you take him out for a spin?
Wow. Okay, that's a twist. Are we gonna get into an instance? It seems so. Who are these assholes?
How's the fit?
Very.
God damn.
A surprising amount of headroom.
Perfect! Let's get some practice in. What's the situation? Any potential test subjects lurking around?
There's a bunch near some jade pools.
Beautiful. Obliterate them!
Okay, so what
Or
does what?
test out the non-lethal features. They're important too, but so much less fun.
Okay. So open the recollector valve, a small amount, releasing some emotional essence to attract nearby demons. Open the recollector valve, a moderate amount, ejecting emotions outwards to distract nearby demons. Is that like... That's not even a taunt. Why does it say distract? Blast emotions, open the recollector valve all the way to blast a cacophony of emotions at nearby demons, knocking them down and causing physic damage. There are some effects that are described in the description that are not part of the tooltips itself. Like the little effects there. Like it says knocking them down causing physic damage, but there's no knockdown shown. Also, I should have probably started with just the auto attack and left the big ass blast for last. Okay, thank you. Scruffy sucks. At least the emotional fucking thing in my bob. It sucks. Okay, but we're just supposed to be testing this, huh?
So, enjoying yourself?
No. No. It's terrible. He said cathartic, but I couldn't hear it because I died. Okay, I guess lore-wise it's cathartic. Gameplay-wise, it sucks balls. Oh, Gorik is here as well. Haven't noticed him before. I don't know where,
At this point,
whether he was
we
here.
don't have the resources
And Rama.
to compete with their appetites.
And Chulmo.
Yeah. By the
Anyhow.
time we lure the big guy to the surface, all those
And
little ones will
Scruffy.
be tailing us. Especially when they get away with the commander. No offense.
What if we blocked the path as we go? Could Finn knock out some more walls? Bury them in debris?
Only where there's structural weakness. Those walls are solid. Even if we had something with more pizzazz, I'm not sure how safe it'd be.
Before you go blowing up the place, take a look through my storage crates. I brought a few extra supplies with me from headquarters. Sure, there's something useful in there. Take what you need. Only what you need.
Okay, I was feeling this is kind of out of character for him to offer us stuff. But yeah, he's just clarified that we're not supposed to take more than we strictly need. See what we can actually get then. Where did he actually point to? Wasn't there like a magnifying glass showing us that? Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is as well. Good. Legitimately acquired goods. Okay.
Accelerate!
Fragile boxes. Okay, we're not supposed to roll.
Come on, big money, big money. Come on, Scruffy needs a new set of shocks.
What the hell? Are we like playing the lottery or something? Bring crates to Cholmu to find the useful contents he is looking for. Okay, did you get it now? No. Okay, we're just supposed to be like carrying these. This is a weird mechanic. Do we carry all of them too? There are some foxes, by the way. Where's... I don't know whether I did this one. Damn. Messed this up. Okay, that was easy. As always. Well, we didn't do this one, but we did some. We would see him in this map. Nothing other going on? Okay. Kanak coins. I like getting Kanak coins without doing anything in Club Kanak. I haven't.
You know, if you're not using this, I've got the perfect spot in.
No.
But it's just sitting there collecting dust.
Fired up!
I might as well.
No.
No. Do-gooder.
Timmy's showing some teeth. What is going on in here? Okay, I was gonna mention something, but don't quite know what it is. What it was.
Accelerate!
Do I carry all the boxes? God damn. Surely that's not what they want us to do. Why is this weird mechanic here? It's not fun, and the dialogues that are interwoven between this aren't like moving the story forward. This feels very, very trite, like extremely trite. It's just busy work. Why the hell did they give us busy work? What is this accomplishing? It doesn't
Explain why the Brotherhood has an ancient Kurzik rune in its possession.
It was acquired from the speakers. Apparently, Tetra found it useful. And it's in our best interest to keep useful things away from Tetra.
Of course. Of course.
I
I mean,
feel 6
why
feet
return it
tall.
to its rightful owners when we can shove it in a damn crate?
Get off your
Accelerate.
soapbox. You may borrow it.
Park Cholmu, a true philanthropist.
Considering that it's now Brotherhood property, I believe I'm being quite generous.
And I believe that you believe that.
Did you see how What the fuck? He's carrying a bunch of items in his hands, and they're all clipping together. This feels odd, but okay.
Well, we have a seal. That's a start.
tall. Is anyone here versed in ancient Kurzic ritual magic? Anyone?
Think I know someone who can help. She practically lives at the library in Arborstone. Really loses her mind over this sort of stuff. If we head to Echo Vault now, we can probably catch her.
Okay, someone went ham with the fucking colors on the Sylvari, right? I was mistaking this for like bikini, and no, that's a Sylvari. She just nailed like a human skin tone. It's freaky. Anyway, we are going to Echo Vault. I guess we can actually take a shortcut through Arborstone, which will spare us the waypoint fee. Also, the person is here anyway. Valeria. Don't know whether we ever interacted.
I was starting to think you forgot about me.
Sorry I've been such a stranger. I promise I'll drop by more. I have a lot more time these days. Well, except today. Long story short, do you know anything about ward spells? Say, performing a sealing ritual?
We can't hear you.
Ancestors?
Can you come closer, Anna?
You said sealing rituals? I don't have the incantations memorized by heart or anything, but during my youth, I may have spent an embarrassing amount of time sulking around the library's occult section. If I were you, I'd start with the Kestrel Archives. They have a whole collection on ritual magic. Bet there's something useful.
Alright. Why are they standing so apart? Is this broken? I guess it's broken. Okay, we can't talk to Valeria beyond this.
Next time, faster and quieter.
We're going to the Kestrel Archives then. Not a den of antiquity. Losing my mind from this dialogue, by the way. I've heard it a million times. Have you bought the things for the legendary weapons
Never leave a wrong to right.
this week? We haven't. What is it? I wanted to spare something. Definitely don't spend any more Imperial favors. Money's fine. We got plenty of money. And this thing we are actually earning for this specific reason. I guess we can probably do the unusual coins as well. But I'm gonna keep hold of the Imperial favors because it feels like we need a lot for this, for these legendary weapons. And I'm not in a hurry to get them through the antique summoning stones, even though that's a much more favorable trade, I guess. I have noticed I have very few Imperial fragments, so favors.
Are you paid?
A lot of random dialogue going on, so.
Fired up!
Saint Victor, a legacy encased in jade. We find ourselves at the Harvest Temple, perched on the edge of history. As Visu's strike lands, time itself seems to pause, as it rendered a amazed spectator of fate. It is here, a mere spectator, sorry. It is here that Shiro stands, frozen, unarmed, vulnerable. From opposing sides of the room. Were they opposing sides of the room? The cutscene didn't make it seem so. Saint Victor and Archimorus lock gazes. Together, they stride side by side, two bodies. See, they go side by side. They cannot be opposing sides of the room. Two bodies choreographed by destiny. Saint Victor grabs the first of the blades. He palms the handle, still hot with Shiro's fury. Archimorus grabs the second. Each angles a blade towards Shiro's sides. Shiro inhales, closes his eyes, waits. The pierce of the blades is instantaneous, cold yet white-hot, concentrated agony. And it begins, reality imploding into pure energy. Sight and sound blur into something indistinguishable. The sheer force of life collapsing upon itself. Existence is a vast wind, a deafening hum, a hue of jade green. Then, nothing. How poetic. But doesn't actually help us. Just a city Tengu, a story of comeuppance in New Kai Nang. This award-winning memoir details the life of a down-on-her-luck Tengu who opens the very first archery-themed tavern in New Kainang City. From a quick skim of the pages, the archery-themed tavern seems to be the least interesting part of this gripping page-turner. Okay. Is that like a parody of something, or am I... I'm sure we must have read this. It doesn't... it's not part of the story. The importance of reading in the Age of the Dragon. Ask any of Kanta's most influential figures the secret of their success and you'll likely receive the conventional responses. An early bedtime, a healthy diet, and, if they're the epitome of overachievement, an exercise regimen. But one surprising thread of commonality connects vivacious entertainers and high-performing athletes to the most apt scientific minds of this generation, a love of reading. Take, for example, Kanta's notorious inventor and entrepreneur, Lady Yu Jun. When asked how she spends her precious free time, she immediately listed family time and reading. Unsurprisingly, she cited scientific literature as one of her go-to genres, but she also declared a love for, of all things, biographies of professional fighters who dominate the field of hand-to-hand combat, a poster child for interdisciplinary study, if ever there was one. Many pages are peppered with small holes which appear to be the work of peckish bookworms. Seems they've taken the book's message to heart. What the fuck? Carnivorous carpentry. Sadly, the text of this ancient tome is so faded it's illegible, far overdue to be removed from circulation. A shame, considering the intriguing nature of the premise. Indeed. I Only Have Eyes for Moo, Chapter 1 by Snargle Goldclaw. Oh my god, no, please don't. Oh no, there's so much. Chapter 1, Wild Nights and Forbidden Delights in Echovald. Chalmu, it's also misspelled, or is that like a deliberate misspelling? A mossy voice wafted. I'm sorry, I don't know how to do a mossy voice. A mossy voice wafted its way through the stifling air of the Sapphire Sisterhood's hidden storage room. From beyond the cloak of shadow, its owner, a lush warden, stepped into view. Tantra. Okay, so that's Tetra. It's deliberate. Tantra Mooncall, leader of the local Shriekers gang. Her warden's limbs were strong, yet delicate. Her blooms ample. Tantra, did anyone see you? A rugged voice replied. Chalmu, leader of the Shriekers' prime rival, the Sapphire Sisterhood, stood rigidly in the moonlight. His tattooed, recently moisturized torso seemed to hypnotize Tantra's gaze. I waited for the Sisterhood scouts to change watch for the night, just like you said. Good. Oh, Tantra, another minute without you, and I would have burst into Shrieker's folly for just a glimpse of you. Chalmo, you know our gangs can never find out about us. My Shriekers, your Sapphire Sisterhood, they'd never understand. We're rivals, I tell you. Rivals! But her emphasis on the last word rang not as a warning in his ears, but as a siren's song for the longing buried deep within him. He threw his arms around her, pulling her trunk to his. His chiseled abdomen pressed against her rigid bark, till the light, stinging pain of their combined friction faded to dull pleasure with each cadenced undulation. These words are a little above my pay grade. Oh, Tantra. Oh, Chalmo. In the sap-sweet throes of their heightened pleasure, they failed to notice that the moonlight illuminating the room now found itself eclipsed by a shadow figure. I see your evening's visits extend beyond the comforts of my mansion, Tantra. Don't know who the last person said. who the last person was. Romance spells for the romantically inept. Okay, let's read this too. It's not what we're looking for, but charm them with this handy list of flirtation charms. Has the dating scene left you more jaded than an Echowald pit mine? Are your conversation starters doubling as conversation enders? Then you, my friend, have come to the right place. Our how-to guide takes a streamlined, no-response approach to all things amorous. With our simple cheat sheet of easy-to-remember incantations, you can go from limp Noxie Bay fish to the alpha drake of your dating pool in no time. An additional note in exceptionally fine print reads, attempting and or successfully performing a libidinous incantation on unknowing or otherwise non-consenting parties is prohibited by Canton Legal Code, Enchantment Law 10921. Romance spells for the romantically inept, and affiliates are not responsible for the unlawful use of this guide, which is intended for entertainment purposes only. It's interesting that they have a specific law for these, but...
That Shaw writer, Snaffle, gave me a free copy of one of his books. He even signed it.
Okay, so I'm guessing this is gonna be this one, and the very one... Or is it not? Is there more upstairs or something? Raising your wallow the right way. So you've brought home your new fauna family member. Congrats! Though some may find their robust appearance intimidating, these gentle giants are known for forming very strong familial bonds. But not so fast. In order to gain their trust, your wallow must be treated with both respect and patience. Proper training is key to... Your reading is interrupted by a large chunk of this page missing from the book. Upon closer inspection, it seems this page has been chewed out. You suspect the previous reader had their work cut out for them. Okay, I don't see any more magnifying glasses though.
Wait, this book. This is...
It's smut. Yeah, we know. I guess we have to go upstairs.
Oh my! I knew this was banned for salacious content, but I didn't realize there were diagrams.
Okay, there's more. The Rise of Reiko Murakami. Oh, is this the next to last at least? I hate reading. I hate reading so much. Well, I like reading, but not reading aloud. That's the part I hate. What would today constitute Reiko Murakami's rise to power began materializing during the year 1073 AE, after Exodus, which is weird. Cantons don't count in Exodus years, whatever. It was during this time that Reiko, aided by her nephew Ashu, tapped into the fears of the Canton public consciousness, and what was ailing the nation at this time was, of course, a very serious, very threatening public health crisis, the affliction. Using her outspoken position on the affliction and its negative runoff into Canton society, Reiko was able to garner increasing support, solidifying both Reiko and Ashu as public figures. It's no coincidence that at about the same time, Reiko began ascending the ranks of the Ministry of Flame. However, her time with the ministry would be ultimately short-lived. She grew more vocal and disillusioned by what she deemed various flaws plaguing the organization. Citing various grievances ranging from bureaucratic ineptitude to complete negligence of national welfare, Reiko concluded that a new ministry was needed to right the wrongs of the previous establishment. And in 1077 AE, Reiko brought this very dream to fruition. She's established the Ministry of Purity. By the way, she deemed various flaws, citing various grievances. They used the same words twice. That's quite stylistically inept, but whatever. The Sower's Almanac. Due to an unprecedented rise in seasonal rainfall, this quarter's per capita output of the rutabaga crop plummeted a whopping 16% from the previous year. Adjusting for subsidies aimed at incentivizing the mass production of coriander, blah blah blah. Your eyes glaze over as you skim pages upon pages of near incomprehensible records of harvest yields over the last several centuries. And it's the last one, of course. Like, you probably have to
Beginner's Guide to
rotate through
Casting,
them.
Disabling, and basic incantation. Sounds promising.
Think there's anything on sealing incantations?
Probably, but we'll still need some guidance. Time to pester Valeria again.
Hope you heard Rama speak. If not, he said Ludwig's Anthology of Ward Spells, a beginner's guide to casting, disabling, and basic incantation sounds promising. And then probably, but you will still need some guidance. Time to pester Valeria again. From those who are just beginning their spellcasting journey to those who are looking for an accessible review of Ward Spells basics, Ludwig strives to be the go-to reference material for all manner of casting, disabling, and incantation. Since his own spellcasting journey began nearly 200 years ago, Tobias Ludwig sought to dedicate his life to the study of ward spells and their application. Ultimately, this pursuit grew to include what Ludwig would eventually refer to as his life's calling, teaching. Ludwig's introduction to ward spells was as humble as his roots. After putting in an exhausting day's work on his family's farm, he and his twin brother Elias would retire to the barn and blow off steam the way siblings do best, smacking each other senseless. It was these informative years of roughhousing that gave Ludwig ample opportunity to test out his spellcasting skills. Elias provided a worthy and more than willing opponent, and since Tobias had no desire to cause actual damage to his brother, not to mention that their mother would have been furious, protection wards became his personal favorite. Hard to imagine that sibling roughhousing would get the ball rolling on what would eventually become some of the most groundbreaking developments in magical defensive work of modern age. And there are plenty of other books I hope must have read a million times on stream. Probably just once, but million times overall. Detective Rama is still on the ground there.
Oh, welcome back, bookworms. Oh, is that Ludwig's Anthology? That's a classic. Try anything out yet?
Well, we have no idea what we're doing.
Don't beat yourself up. This takes years to master.
Time is a luxury we don't have.
You won't become experts overnight, but with a simple spell and a competent teacher, you might pull it off.
How free is the rest of your day looking?
I'm flattered, but this is above my skill level. You'd be better off asking the steward at the Historical Society. She managed to disable wards on some Zoo Heltzer relics. Not sure if she can cast or not, but she's a great resource.
Okay, a theoretician. We're meant to go where exactly? Into the Echoald Wilds, or where does it say? Arborstone's command quarters. Okay.
There's a cat island? Wouldn't you rather see?
Let's get it out. Let's get some use out of this one. Am I in the right spot? No, I'm not. Am I? Isn't that the command center? Oh, we're supposed to enter story. Not the part of Arborstone. Hello.
Hello. What brings you to me today? I am a steward of truth and research for the preservation of Kurzik history.
We're new to casting, sealing wards, but it's, not going great.
How did you come into possession of an ancient sealing ward? They're highly uncommon.
It was, passed down to me by my uncle. A real jerk of an uncle. By marriage, no relation. But I want to learn how to use it, and Valeria said you're the person to talk to.
Oh, she's very kind. Though, I mainly practice in disabling wards. But some basic sealing work shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, so Rama is broken. He follows us, I guess, but didn't do a very good job of it in Arborstone, so I don't know what I did wrong.
Now, you'll want to speak clearly, with intent. Visualize your desired outcome.
Easy enough. I seal this pass before me. 2 worlds, once whole, divide, and...
Cool. Are these actually lethal or something? Can you actually summon real stuff? It's easy enough.
Your delivery is a bit stiff. Say it as if the voices of all your ancestors who mastered this art now speak through you.
I'll try to do that. Okay. Clearly with intent. Whew. Visualize. I seal this pass before me. 2 worlds, once whole, divide. Withstand all wandering evils, and guard what lies inside.
What is happening? When did this turn into an anime?
You'll need to assist your friend. To bring the ritual to completion, you must arrange each conjured orb in the shape of the rune you're casting.
Okay, what rune are we casting? Do I just like put it anywhere? Am I drawing a W or what is this? The astrological sign of the big card, or what is it called? Ursa Major, Ursa Minor. It seems it doesn't matter where we put it, in what order.
That's it! Oh, you did splendidly.
How do we get out of here?
You've only just started out.
It actually worked. We're not a bad team, Commander. Well, I think we're ready to go take this one out for a spin. Thanks for your help.
My pleasure. Blood relatives or not, I'm sure your uncle would be terribly proud of you.
Don't know about that. Though he was actually helpful, for once. In an unintentional sort of way.
I knew I'd achieve this.
Okay. Weird story steps so far, but I'll allow it. I'm playing this blind, in case anyone is wondering. I don't know what to expect, so I guess that's clear, right?
What have you been moving?
Food, mostly.
Where are we going? Do we actually use the portal? No. Well, sort of. Yeah, we can go through here. It's not that much of an issue. At least I can show you the way from New Kaineng, in case you didn't know, like I didn't know, that there is a portal. I stumbled upon it very randomly, but they did open a way into Gyala Delve through this little hut. Like, I guess we're taking the railway there. Which is fine, it's connected by land, it's not like an island, even though for some reason I think of it as an island, because it's, you know, disconnected from all other zones by borders. It's just gone in the distance. And what are we doing here? Regroup with your allies in Gyala Delve to go over the plans. Okay, we're here. Oh. Are we supposed to go upstairs? What? Oh. Using the elevator, but... Okay, the use button was in a weird spot. We could just fly up. I don't know why we have to call in the lift, but... See, this person is like fine. on their own. I guess we're a little faster. Bill of landing. 24 mechanized miner parts, 12 battery packs, 48 pickaxes, 144 air filter packs. Comment. Future deliveries will require specific instructions with departure times, rail transfer procedures, cargo limitations, and the delivery location name.
Were you able to get the seal working?
Yeah, I managed to conjure it, but it took a few tries. Plus, I had help.
You prepared as best you could given the situation. Everyone has. How are you doing, Commander?
Ready to put all of this to rest.
You can say that again. If everything's set over here, I'll go alert my crew. We've got siege turtles ready to mobilize by way of an old Luxon mining passage. Help you lure that thing to the surface. We'll head through first, clear things out. Then you come through and seal those exits. You need me? I'll be on comms.
Need some backup? Finn and I.
Stay with your friends. They need you. Oh, and, Detective, when you're done with that seal, it's yours. You're the one who knows how to use it, so do what you will with it. Good luck out there.
Same to you.
Optional dialogues. Good? Good? I don't know. Let's go. Finn? Beep boop. Do you require encouragement to aid you in facing the formidable yet plausibly insurmountable task ahead? Sure. Go you. You have got this. No one can do this quite like you. You are the real MVP here. MVP. An abbreviation for most valuable person or player. Context dependent. Hoorah. Go get him, Tiger. Huh. You've come a long way, Finn. Good for you. Thank you for taking note of my deliberate strides toward personal improvement. Positive reinforcement registered. Boop beep. Guess yeah, I was right about positive reinforcement. Yeah, Chulmo. Agreed, but it's almost over. About time. Well, no use stalling. Already did enough of that. Just focus on what needs to be done. Stay strong. You know, you do seem more concentrated. Am I sensing some newfound resolve? It's funny. Oh, that is her shadow, I guess. Or like her silhouette. Maybe a bit. Stepping away to reflect had its uses. It's usually not a bad idea now and then. For anyone. Doesn't mean everything will be smooth sailing from here, but sometimes even a little good goes a long way for staying motivated. There's certainly truth to that. Alchemy, it's finally time to set our plan into action. Oh, but what if I missed something? I could have run a few more tests, or gathered more samples, or... You ran a science lab out of a tent in a mine. You've done more than enough. Thanks, Commander. With something this critical, it's hard not to feel like you could have done even a little bit more. I know the feeling. But you've already done so much yourself. If it's any help, some of your most difficult work may very well be behind you already. Maybe. I don't know. Appreciate the sentiment. Guess it's time to see if all our practice paid off, huh? You already managed once. At this point, you'll just be showing off. Appreciate the vote of confidence. Think I got it down. And the seal's mine now anyway, so I might as well get comfortable using it. Right. You need backup? I'll be there. It feels like they're setting up something more, something like larger. Even though this story is ending, like, the team said it themselves, like ArenaNet has made it very clear that this is the end. Maybe not for Rama, I guess he's gonna be like our, sealing priest. But yeah, it feels like it's setting up something. Is this nightmare over yet? Lab work felt like a vacation compared to this. You've been making a name for yourself here in the thick of things. That's high praise from someone who goes by the Commander. Guess you bring out the fighter in me, but I should probably get through this before basking in compliments. And you will. We all will. Okay, so I'm supposed to move out when I'm ready. So let's go confront the deep. I don't know, is this the last instance or what the fuck?
We practiced, we prepared, and now it's time to take action. Ready?
Not in the slightest. Let Gork know when you are ready to deploy the Recollector. I guess we are ready. It's gonna suck
Commander.
still. Yeah,
You'll want to get
would seem
fairly
so.
close to it. Entice it a little with the Recollector.
Use the Recollector to divert the ravenous wanderer's attention away from the ley line. Okay, that's skill number 2. I don't, no, it's skill number 1 actually.
Here it comes, and it does not look happy. Run!
Oh, it's an Oni. It's an Oni. Oh, I know. It's got the form of an Oni.
Accelerate. Visualize with intention. Voices of your ancestors.
Any moment now. Any moment.
Just like we practiced, Commander.
Okay.
Distract those pests any way you can. Stun them, smack them, whatever works.
I seal this path before. No, that's not it.
This thing sucks. Can I use my regular ass skills? Yeah, it's much better. Why the fuck does the Recollector suck so much?
Why can't I remember?
Chill, dog.
You have some nerve showing your face here. Don't tell me they let you out of prison.
That was black. Not you too. Commander, help me get those demons away from him.
The dialogue is out of whack. Tell me it's not. I actually feel like it's really badly balanced. Like usually I can hear everyone clearly, but this is making it a little hard to hear sometimes.
For the record, you've been struck.
Whoa. The hell?
No! The Recollector is draining way too fast!
They're recovering faster than I can stop them.
Are they?
Too close to the ley line.
They're gone.
We need to get out of here as quickly as possible.
Bring her into this. Besides, why would I trust anything you tell me? What? She said that? No, she would never. Would she?
Alright, we practice this. Why are we not fighting the Oni?
Rama, can you hear me? Visualize with intent. Your ancestors, remember?
I remember.
Intent. My ancestors.
I seal this pass.
I seal this pass before me. Two worlds. Once whole. Divide. Withstand.
What's up with Timey?
Wandering evils. And guard what lies inside.
Can I slot it in or not? Is he gonna just keep talking? He's done talking.
Commander. Gods. That was...
A nightmare. I know.
Thanks. Let's get the hell out of here.
Okay, are we just ignoring this guy? Oh, we can always, you know, always shoo him away by ceasing. I guess. Where do we continue? This way? Is that the...
Can you hear me all right? We're making steady progress, but it's a real mess out here.
Just can't believe. I mean, we used to know.
I know, kid. Hold tight. You'll be through this before you know it.
There it is. It doesn't seem very tough. Like, I would be way more scared of it if it, like, was chasing us or something. Like, aggressively and trying to, like, KO us. And succeeded at KOing us.
Completely drained.
What do we do now?
Think, Gorik, think.
Feel the burn.
The Jade! Try using the Jade. Just
Lightning
trust me.
bolt.
Okay, we're supposed to collect shards. Or something.
Think you're too good for us, Yao? There's the door.
You can't handle that someone else is better than you. And reality check, she is. Maybe now I can accomplish what I want to without you holding me back.
Health increasing.
You know how much I've done for you? You ungrateful brat! Get out!
I don't think I said it to him like that. I do sound like a total brat.
Wait,
Everybody's going fucking
actual
insane.
memory of Yao's? Or is this just another hallucination?
I think it's showing us memories. Perhaps Yao's concern for Cho Mu is being amplified by the Jade corruption. We're likely seeing a memory reflective of their mental state. Yao, did it really happen this way?
Did I always treat him like that? How could he stand me?
Yao, you don't want to go down that path. Trust me.
Maybe he was happy I left. He didn't have to deal with me anymore.
I'm nigh invincible.
And look at the fucking Oni. He's just fucking slamming into Timey like it's not even like a concern for us at all. We're just casually collecting shit. Like that's not threatening at all. Like what are they trying to achieve here? Like seriously. I feel like I could take him on like easily. Even now, without the Recollector.
That did it.
It's not a very good design, is it?
The Jade's been absorbing the demon's influence, which means
It's absorbing memories. Gorik, you're a genius.
just a scientist with a few good theories.
You there? Hello? Anyone?
Cho Mu? What's wrong?
Listen. She's back. She's screwing with me. Don't believe a word she says, Yao. Promise me. You have to promise.
Okay, I promise. Who are you?
Stop! Stop!
What is he talking about? Who's back? Or who does he think is back?
It's likely he's hallucinating too.
I'm nigh
We'll get to him as soon as we possibly can.
What if we're too late?
Feel the burn.
This is such a weird instance. Like, it's got this sense of like a heightened sort of pressure and atmosphere, but it's like so casual at the same time. Like it doesn't reflect the story's delivery at all. Don't know, just a weird feeling. Like plenty of instances are like that in Guild Wars 2, I guess. Yeah, don't mind me, demon. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna slot this all in without you ever noticing.
I
Like,
see
if at least
past before me. Two worlds, once whole, divide, withstand all wandering evils, and guard what lies inside.
Yao? You there? What did you do to them? If you hurt that kid, I swear, I'll kill you again. And this time I'll mean it. It's me you want. Yao had nothing to do with this. They were just trying to help.
Cho Mu?
They were always trying to help. And then they were gone. And now everyone's gone.
Can you hear me? We're coming for you. Just hold on. I need to get to him. Now.
Like, it would feel a lot different if, like, the Oni actually, well, the Ravenous Wanderer, if they ever, like, switch target to us and we had to actually defend ourselves by CC. And also, if it hit like a truck, that would actually give this, like, the sense of urgency that this story is trying to portray, I believe. I think, but I don't know. Might be reading the instance a little differently. I don't know. A little wrong, I should say. Can we use our mounts? Nope. Unfortunately.
Lightning bolt!
Hi, guy. See? And he doesn't even, like, hit us for that much. He's just gonna stalk us now. But we can very easily escape it.
Are you alright?
What do you want from me? Just tell me, damn it!
Charged up! And now the crew's in chaos. Let's clear things out and see if that helps.
Feel the burn! Lightning bolt!
Don't know where I got the sudden burst of bleeds, but that's pretty much the most damaging thing that hit me now. There's like a little spike there. Still, we can pick ourselves up with just rallying very easily. Also, I'm getting resurrected by someone.
Such synergy!
Are there any achievements in this story instance I'm missing? Like, don't get hit by the fucking hunger or something? Did I say hunger? What is it called? Wanderer. Okay.
Fired up! Feel the burn!
That was dumb of me.
Stones will break your bones. Ready to rock!
Fuck the detainer, by the way. That's not a target. Not a legit target. Or it was. It actually was, I guess. Hi. Whoa.
Stay back! What the hell is wrong with you? You're completely unhinged!
We heard about this story.
I
Wow,
didn't
he
know it
killed
was
her.
She attacked me! I didn't know what was going on! I'm sorry, Bina. Jin Lee. Malchin. I'm so sorry.
That's Bina? So, this is real. But that's not your fault. You couldn't have known what was wrong with her. And it was an accident.
Feel the burn! Lightning bolt!
The combat experience here is subpar, I will say.
Feel the burn!
They made it in my arm.
They do it again.
Damn it.
You punch them with it. And if they still don't get the message, I'll introduce them to mine.
There's a food stand? What the fuck? This like echoes our trip with my train.
What are you doing out so late? What the hell's wrong with your parents? Hungry? Take it. You got plenty. Pretty cold tonight. You get sick of shivering, drop by the Blue Orchid. We'll get you set up. Ask for Chomu. What the hell was I doing? I thought...
It's okay.
I'm
We'll talk.
nigh invincible.
Just wanted to remind you that you've done a lot of good, too.
I'm sorry you got dragged into this mess, along with everyone else. It's about time I got us out of it. I need to get back to the crew. I'll see you when all of this is finished.
This is a very unfocused story. I don't really get it. But anyway, it says first to defeat the Ravenous Wanderer, but also to make a break for the surface. Which, if I don't have to fight, I won't. Doesn't seem like a fun fight, and like we get any achievements out of this. So let's just get the fuck out of here, I guess.
Lacking endurance.
This is just running. See, like, it's so easy to run away. Also, doesn't the Ravenous Wanderer, like, isn't he loose now? Oh, okay. Okay, we're gonna get an arena fight now. Hopefully this gets interesting.
This thing just won't quit. What are we supposed to do now? It's gigantic.
I think it's afraid, so it's making itself seem worse than it really is.
We cut it off from the ley line. It must know it's out of options.
I think
Nice
Gyala has
model.
a bright idea by blocking its manipulation through positive memories. Let's see if we can produce a similar result.
Okay, so am I supposed to use the Recollector now in some, like, tangible way? Okay, it's getting a little wild now. Hi! First time chatter, run with the kittens. Cool name, good name. I am progressing through the EOD story for the first time. For the first time in this instance, in this story chapter. Obviously, it came out yesterday. So we are supposed to power up the Recollector at the very least. Don't know if we're gonna actually use it as intended, but I would like to avoid it if I can, because I would like to again reiterate it kind of sucks. It's not a very good kit. What is this model? Is this new, or did we see this on some kind of an enemy already? I vaguely remember the shape. Okay, so we are supposed to blast the Ravenous Wanderer with the Recollector to weaken it. Okay, so we are supposed to blast it with the Recollector. Oh! There we go. Land back up to Yao so they can conjure a positive memory. Okay, guess that means kill these beasts. Is there any way to track the charges, or are they like automatic? Also, I will eat some trash food just to get it out of my inventory.
Vitality restored. Fired up.
You're one of mine, kid. No matter where life takes you, you'll always have a home if you need one. Promise.
It ends up on a very sappy note, I see. This also feels like the final boss, which is far too early for the story, but it's fine, I guess. Seems like we CC here, mainly. Okay, now we break the break bar and get to the damaging phase. So are you done with the story? Run with the kittens? You don't have to spoil me on it, just curious whether you've already completed it. Okay, it's the same phase as before, I guess. We have to recharge our recollector. Okay, the AoEs are largely manageable. Like, it's a spectacle fight, but not necessarily difficult in the mechanics. I am getting tormented by some stuff constantly. Don't quite know what. That's hard to keep track of. Where are we defending now? Okay, Rama. Oh shit, we stepped into the oil slick.
My energy is to feel the burn.
Oh, is there a new mastery? Or no, I see spirit charts at the end of my track, so...
Oh, I know. I enrolled too.
You decided to go for it.
I did. Look at us, couple of do-gooders about to begin our lives of fighting crime together.
Aww.
Yeah. Look at us.
Positive memories, I see. One more core attack phase.
I'm nigh invincible.
So yeah, I see spirit charts at the end of my track, I guess, or XP bar, I should be precise. So there's no new mastery actually, nothing new for the turtle, is there? I read the patch notes, I don't quite remember anything mentioned about it either. I do feel like ArenaNet kind of ran out of ways to expand this, so not much new in here. Okay, I should maybe cast the elite every once in a while too. And hopefully for the last time we are going to phase this thing. It took me a while to finish the turtle as well, or I don't know actually what was the last mastery I had to finish, but I do believe it was the turtle. So I'm not surprised, even if they didn't add a new thing to it, that you don't have it completed yet. Took me actually the longest time out of all the masteries, I believe, finishing the turtle. It's because I don't play very actively lately, or rather, I haven't been collecting the orbs. Damn, I destroyed like one more shot than I had to, I guess. Maybe, we'll see. No, I may have destroyed the exact amount I needed. Just forget to collect them. Press F, right? Press F. And one more shot with the recollector. Oh, and defend Gorek. And that should be it. Well, it's not.
Clouds, tossing blonde locks. You wouldn't be Blish's brother, would you?
Oh, Tiny, right? Blish mentioned you'd be dropping by. He speaks very highly of you. Pleasure to finally meet you.
Likewise.
What is it? When did they meet? They met when working at the inquest, right? Wasn't Tiny tinier? at that point. Sorry, a couple of sneezes. Okay, are we doing the haze hard again? How many times do we have to do it actually? If this is the final fight, it's very, very underwhelming. Oh my god, we have to do this again. It's the same phases over and over. Why? Who finds this fun actually? Oh, sorry. Doxing my guild. Press F, don't forget to press F. We forgot to press F. See, let's get hit by the blast, okay? Yeah, we got hit by the blast. Cool. Really feel.
If anyone can do this, it's you, Commander.
Got your back.
We've already made it this far.
We believe in you, Commander. Always.
Positive reinforcement. What is this icon? Focus thoughts. Center yourself to conjure positive memories. I am Conjurer Rack, by the way, so...
I'm proud that you saved so many innocents.
Thanks to you, I've been reminded that no matter how bad things seem, heroes don't give up on their friends.
Nobody believed I had courage. Not even me. And then you came along.
It was your bravery that led us to safety, my friend. I am grateful to you. It's time.
I guess it is the Oni model. Okay, let's finish. Uh-huh. That's it. Alright. Very anticlimactic. Incredibly so. I have no further thoughts, I guess. Let's talk to our comrade.
So, thanks for helping back there. Oh, both of you.
Same to you. Both of you. And for the first time, of many still to come, I can officially say, case closed.
Okay. The combat music is still going on. That's
I'm totally drained, but kind of warm and fuzzy in a weird way. Is this how it felt when you collected memories? No wonder you're exhausted, Commander. You deserve a nap. Hell, we all do.
Uh-huh.
Did we really just kill that thing with the power of positive thinking?
Yeah, it did feel a little different.
Normally that kind of crap annoys me, but
yeah.
I do feel a lot better. Maybe that's just the adrenaline talking. Nice work out there, Commander.
It did feel plenty ridiculous. I didn't want to like spam that during the combat. I didn't want to like put those thoughts out there, mainly because I wasn't sure how to formulate them. But ridiculousness is certainly one thing I actually felt like or felt during that, because like, what the fuck is this? Like, the positive attitude, oh, you can do it, Commander. It felt so sappy. I think that's the word I would use for it. Most of everything, it just it was a weird tone to the finale of this. Like, we are dealing with some fucking existential threat. Last time our commander was like at the verge of like a breakdown, and we're now like fucking dealing with it through positive thinking. It feels like really, really weird. Anyway, we've come full circle, it seems, so we are supposed to plan our next move. Plan our next move against what? That wasn't the demon defeated? I guess not. There might be more story then. Which is good. I felt like this is not a good end, actually. It can't end here. We are supposed to read a message from Rama, and for that we are going to Kaineng, or maybe Ekawald, I don't know. I mean, Arborstone. Oh, male, of course. Rama, a favor. And we are supposed to meet in New Kaineng, so we're at the right spot. Hey, Commander. Long time no see. What? We've just seen each other. What the fuck? Got a favor to ask, since we're done dealing in demons, thank God. I thought I'd give the whole Red Duck Tea House get-together another go. Fine, I'll level with you. Truth is, I asked Min to dinner at Tea House, but the closer it gets, the more I worry I'll screw the whole thing up. For as much BS as you all drag me into, I think having a few friends there would help things go a lot smoother. Gorik and Tammy have already agreed to show. If you wouldn't mind swinging by for a bit, I'd appreciate it. Hopefully see you soon, Rama. Okay, I guess the idea is that some time has passed. I will go to the Red Duck Tea House again. Gladly.
Such a good idea. She's very nice.
And her plumage is just gorgeous.
Commander, perfect timing. You read Rama's letter?
Sounds like he needs some support with this whole Min situation.
Timing?
Luckily, he has us to back him up. Gork and I'll be there to help. Although, we were thinking...
It might be nice if you also had someone to bring with you.
Oh?
Since we're pressed for time, we decided to take some initiative.
What the fuck? Are they actually arranging a date for me?
Friends to see if they're busy tonight.
You didn't.
Don't worry, Commander. There's no pressure whatsoever. We're just there to have a good time and to help Rama.
I'm getting the date? Or no? No, I'm supposed to find a... What? I thought they found a Tengu, a Tengu to come with me. Alright, Commander, you have some fine choices here. Who will you bring? Oh, okay, so they made a short list. I'm supposed to choose someone to be Rama's wingman. Wingman would kind of suggest Ayumi, right? Or we can choose Yao. We've been through a lot with them. Although Yao doesn't seem like the type of person to be a good, like, matchmaker. Kanak, I feel like... Let's do Ayumi. I like the idea of the wingman being a Tengu. Again, weird choices, like an odd sort of personalities here. Alright, I think I need to have a quick bathroom break. We're supposed to go to Arborstone for some reason. Oh, because we're actually talking to Ayumi, not Rama. Okay, I don't know. I'm just gonna idly cast like a... What? I don't have either a lure or a bait? How did that happen? What the hell did... what's going on? Okay, alright, we're gonna go to Arborstone. I think I might hold it for a while. Where's our portal scroll? Maybe the dialogue won't trigger, which would be good. I would take a very, very brief break and be right back. I just didn't want to leave stream just like this. Okay, alright. Why I wanted to go to the bank is so that we have at least something equipped, which is, there you go, the fishing lure, before I forget. right? And I don't know, like I'll throw in some Super Adventure Box music. Enjoy.
I'm at your service.
Let's play the classics. I'll be right back.
Pleasant greeting. I'm rich, you know. Time is precious. It is my honor to meet you.
I'm not sure about this. Never leave a wrong to ripen into evil.
Okay, sorry for that. Thank you for the quick musical break. We are back again. I got a comment on this now. From like potentially world-threatening demon pursuing us, we're bouncing straight back into like doing a matchmaker for Rama with all the levity that you might expect from this. I guess we'll see. It's just a very weird tonal shift immediately. What can I do for you, Commander? And we got an option of Yumi, great to see you. I have a favor to ask, or wow, your feathers, stunning. Which does sound like my character to use the heart. Wow, your feathers, stunning. Any chance you joined me at the Red Duck?
These old things. Just a few hours of breeding. Good thing Timey let me know you were coming.
Oh, thank you.
Of course, I can't compete with your sense of style. Maybe you can give me some fashion tips sometime. Huh?
I don't know whether...
I like to have options. Have
Oh,
to
whether
cover
Rock
up
would.
those battle scars.
Got some good ones. I bet mine are better.
Are we
Maybe
actually
we'll have to
flirting?
compare sometime. For now, let's get going.
Okay. Was that me actually choosing a date as well? Was it? Back to Kaineng and straight to the Duck Tea House. Which, I don't know whether the other waypoint would be better. I think they're both on the ground level, right? So, no, probably wouldn't help me. Anyway. Because the tea house is, of course, way, way above us. And I'm not quite sure how to get there. I haven't been to Kaineng all that frequently to know. So might as well like fly up on our sky scale, even if it's probably the least effective thing I can do here. It beats getting lost for the next couple of minutes. Alright, we made it. We made it. Coming full circle, indeed. This is where we started this episode, and this is where we're gonna end it.
We're all here now. Perfect. It's showtime.
Shall we, Commander? Let's turn some heads.
Lovely as always, Ayumi.
Likewise, Commander. We should do this more often. Well, minus the wingman.
Okay, yeah, it's canon. We're dating now. Don't know how that would work, but whatever.
Commander, over here.
Hi.
Oh, look who it is. It's been a while, Commander.
They forced
Glad
me
you
to
both
walk.
can
That's cool. So, ugh. Kind of broke it now.
You look lovely, Tiny.
Oh, Gorik, this is what I always look like.
It's a double date, triple date.
Exactly.
Oh, stop. I mean, you can also keep going, but, you know, well, you're not so hard on the eyes yourself.
Oh? Oh.
You people again? Do you know how long it took me to clean up your confetti last time? I find it in my dreams. We do have a no-seat list, you know, so try acting civilized. Or your name will be right there next to Park Chul-Mu.
Minister Min, pleasure to see you.
Acting minister, technically. Leader, Ayumi, is it? Seems we both fell into our jobs.
Good point. Although, your title's officially unofficial, and mine's unofficially official.
I'm not sure if... what?
We're going to be great friends. We have so much in common. So, when's the food coming?
Here. You may want to at least try it this time. The lover's maki takes twice as long to prepare.
I tried everything last time, you fuck.
I thought you hated sushi.
I do. It's just that last time I thought you might be stopping by, so I ordered it because it made me think of you.
Sushi made you think of me? Because you hate it?
No.
Is this heart-shaped?
Although anatomically incorrect, Min, did you know the actual shape of the human heart resembles a closed fist?
Oh, that's...
It is heart-shaped.
Commander, do something! Get us off the sushi topic!
Is she talking under the table? Save Rama from himself, okay? Break our glass. Bust a move. Okay, let's break our glass.
Whoops. How clumsy of me.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, heavens! I hope you didn't get any stains on that fine outfit. I know how much fashion means to you. In fact, I always wanted to ask, do you have the largest wardrobe in all of
I'm
Syria?
actually might have, yeah.
So, anyway, Rama tells me that you're doing PI work these days?
That's correct. We're pioneering our new detective agency and just wrapped up our first case.
That's neat. What's your agency called?
Actually, I wanted to bring that up. I got a little ahead of myself with the agency and filing the paperwork and, well, I chose Friends Detectives because it was an agency founded by friends and it made perfect sense.
Oh.
But when I stopped and thought about it, I realized that me picking the name for us misses the whole friendship part. Then I got another idea. I ran it by Jory and she loves it. But I'd like your input before I proceed with it, Rama.
Let's hear it.
Brim and Scarab. See, the Scarab is an obvious homage to my love of beetles, and the brim refers to your hat.
Okay,
I also
that's
proposed
great.
Big Hat Detectives, but Jory was concerned the name wouldn't be taken seriously.
I really like it. It's got sort of an old-timey feel to it, yeah, in a good way. And it's really
Bremen
thoughtful.
Scarab?
It's
Okay.
classy and sweet. Rama here. Brim and scarabs on the case.
I'm sold.
Shouldn't it be like, I don't know, the two names of, like, at least like two names of the actual detectives? Like, what the fuck does Bremen Scarab? Like, why is it the end there? Anyway, let's not get into it. Chat with Gorik. Enjoying yourself, Commander? I know I am. Your name suggestion for the agency was very thoughtful. Thank you. I was more careful about considering everyone's taste this time around. I didn't know what I actually responded. Damn. Be straight with me, Commander. How am I doing? I think Min's enjoying herself. Really? Phew. I have a few jokes prepped in case there's an awkward silence. Think I should... No, don't overthink it. You're doing great. Commander, I think it's working. Rama and Min seem very cozy. Did you catch those sultry glances? And what about your sultry glances at Gorik? Oh, Commander. But really, do you think he noticed? Yes. In fact, I'm sure of it. Timmy's been checking you out this whole time. Oh, you know, I thought I detected an uptick in eye contact. I'll be sure to return the favor over dessert. I'm sure she'll be flattered. What else? Rama, I bet Min would be even more impressed if you overcame your hatred of sushi. One challenge at a time, Commander. Fair enough. Let's chat with our partner as well. Having fun, Commander? I am. This is nice. Maybe I should get out more. You get out plenty. Just make your schedule in some fun while you're out there. Noted. Well, it's better than fending off demons, for the most part. This is called relaxing. Normal people do it all the time. Give it a try. Noted. And let's check with Min. The last, she's like the start of this, or the centerpiece, right? Happy you made it, Commander. Glad you're keeping Rama busy. Do you ever mock Lee in his prison cell just for a pick-me-up? Sadly, that's against code. Do I still daydream about it once in a while? Well, no reason to incriminate myself. Understood. Speaking of busy, how are things at the Ministry? They're busy. Even we're feeling some stress from this whole energy fiasco. Hopefully some good will come from our findings. Oh, I'm sure of it. Just need to get past some bureaucratic hurdles. And there's always paperwork? Ha! You've really gotten the hang of how things work around here. Best of luck. Okay, I guess that's it. Ask for the check then.
I had a great time tonight. Thanks for coming out.
Oh, of course. If you're in the area again anytime soon, be sure to say hi.
I had a great time tonight.
Really?
Of course. Your friends are a lot of fun. And very well dressed.
They're good people.
Stop with the compliments, man. I'm not that well dressed.
I feel like I can be myself around them. After the whole Lee disaster, it's been tough to feel comfortable with people. But I trust them. And I trust you.
That jerk got what he deserved, but I know it hasn't been easy for you. I'm always here for you. Always will be.
Thanks, man. Hey, you wouldn't be interested in doing this again sometime, would you?
Absolutely. Next time, how about it's just us?
That sounds fantastic. I look forward to it.
Me too.
Okay, was the whole warding thing just a metaphor for him gaining confidence as well? Okay, and that seems to be it. Genuinely, like, that was the epilogue of this story. Yeah, there's some optional dialogues I'm gonna go through as well before I don't know, I guess give my review, or I don't know, overview as well. But yeah, that's it. That's the end of End of Dragons, I guess. Don't know if we've ever solved the energy crisis or whatever. I guess if we had Yao, we could ask them, but we can talk to the waiter as well. Oh, it's you. What do you want now? Thanks for tolerating us. I know our group can get a little rowdy. Complete understatement. What was that? Nothing. Nothing at all. Alright then. Gorik? Do you think Timmy noticed I wore my best glasses? Sure. She's very observant. Isn't she? Good to see you two happy together. Totally wasn't eavesdropping on Rama and Min, but if I was, I'd say this was a success. Nice to see people happy together. Isn't it? How about you, Commander? How are you doing? I'm doing better. Not perfect, but things take time. They do, but you've got time. And friends to spend it with. Makes all the difference. Ayumi? Oh, Commander, I've heard some nights out that were a real snooze, but at this rate, I might not roost till dawn. You're a riot. You're no wallflower yourself. Have any go-to spots in Echo Vault? Oh, a few. And this new club just opened up. Been looking for someone to try it out with. I think I know the one. Might have to take you up on that. Or we can also say, why thank you, but I bet they'd ban us permanently if we stayed that late. Quark, party poopers. Well, it's an outing I'll remember, that's for sure. Same here, Ayumi. Commander, you weren't eavesdropping on my conversation with Min just now. Me? Eavesdrop? You got me. Congrats on the second date. I knew it. But also, thanks. Always happy to help a friend. Nice of you to grab the check, Commander. You're a class act. So, pretty thoughtful of Rama to set this up, well, hold on, no, that's not my fault, that's Arena Nats, to set this up, this get together, huh? That's totally written wrong, there's totally a typo there. Sure was, you know, he downplays it, but he's a bit of a hopeless romantic. Romantic, you say? I do say. Interesting. And that's it. That's how it ends. That's how End of Dragon ends. I guess, you know, I haven't streamed a lot of like the epilogue parts of, Aureen talking to Suwon. Not only have I not streamed it, I haven't actually experienced it. There is like a suggestion that when you complete the meta, every time you get like a different piece of dialogue from those two. So I guess all the epilogues there. There's also like the Marjorie side quest that gives you a little bit of closure. There's plenty of stuff on like the Kurziks, and I guess there should be something on the Luxons as well, though I'm not quite sure of it. There's a lot hidden in the achievements that I haven't gone through yet. So I can't really give a good judgment on the whole End of Dragons experience, nor can I actually give a lot of context about this particular set of episodes, or I guess this is a single episode. It's not even an episode, it's just like part of End of Dragons now, I guess, considered that. Because I haven't even experienced the whole map there. Like I haven't even been through Gyala Delve in any meaningful capacity. God, I still have 67% of the map done. So I'm not. I didn't even like get to experience all of this stuff, just by the nature of exploration. But also like there's a whole meta and. That has some branches and some stories, so I won't be the best arbiter, but going just by the story instances, it is kind of awkward the way they closed this. As again, I will mention the tonal shift. That was a little jarring to me. Like again, we were going from some really existential shit into this like closure for two characters that had a sort of a flirty childhood reconnecting. It's odd, definitely. The two stories that are sort of back to back. Also, the ending did feel disappointing with like the demon. First of all, the mechanics didn't really pose a threat, so it didn't feel like the urgency was there when the demon was chasing us around the depths. I do feel like there were maybe they maybe cut some things out or didn't have quite enough resources to make this stuff breathe. It was especially jarring in terms of like the instances were lame. They were super thin on like gameplay. It was like going from place to place pressing F mostly, and there was like a single instance where you did some combat. The mechanics that you got through like the recollector were weak as fuck. It was not fun at all to use those skills. I avoided it as much as I could, and the overall experience it was just like really didn't quite agree with like the gameplay didn't agree with the stakes they built up. Also, I don't know how the fucking energy crisis ended. That's still a looming threat, I believe. That didn't get resolved at any point. I don't know why they dropped it necessarily. I thought this is like the whole reason why we're trying to like fend off this demon. We're trying to maintain the presence in this mine. Like this could be our way out, and I don't know whether it was in the end. So that's a question mark for me. Again, I don't know whether I will find out from like the achievements connected to this map, but that feels like an unresolved thread. It felt very tacked on. This story just felt like it's not very connected to the story at large at all. Like what prevents another demon from sapping the ley lines and coming up in the future? We stopped one. That doesn't mean we stopped them all. Am I supposed to think that through positive thinking we are going to be able to fend off, and Rama's newfound fucking skill, we are going to be able to fend off every demon that pops up every now and again? We're going to be there and present to do that? Is that like the suggestion? It feels really weird, and I do feel like I have no clue where they want to go with the story next, because again, this felt like a very self-sustained story, this thing, even though they tried to present it as the end of Dragons, and it was not. It was just an excuse to get into the Gyala area, an excuse to fucking put in a meta event, and that was it. That was pretty much it. So don't know. Also, what the fuck? Are there any stories inside the story instances? I'm sorry, any achievements inside the story instances? During the final battle of Gyala Delve, break the ravenous wanderer's defiance within a short period after its appearance or recovery. I guess we missed this one, or maybe this one can only be completed on repeat. I don't know. I guess I'll have to play more of this map to be like a little bit in the know, but it felt weird. Like the whole thing felt incomplete somehow. I'd have to sit on it a little bit, replay it, maybe all in one go, not with this huge gap between it as well. But yeah, I will have to go down, do these all these achievements, and see whether there's more to it than meets the eye. But so far, don't want to say disappointed, but definitely not overwhelmed. That's for sure. I'm not wowed. I'm not awed. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. I don't think I expect that from this game at this point, really. I guess it's serviceable, but in terms of like what I did here, it was way more fun. The first part of this story, not the second one. The second one was, at least mechanically, very, very lame, and story-wise, kind of tacky. Anyway, that's my thoughts. I don't think I'm gonna be playing much of this map anyway, because I don't know this meta, and I hate to get stuck in like aimless wandering and presenting stuff that I can't present in like a holistic way, in a sense, in like a the getting to the point. So I think I'm gonna do that on my own, and maybe if there are some achievements that are clearly story filled, we can catch up to them later on. Otherwise, I would like to focus on my legendary journey going forward. We'll see whether we're gonna continue with map explorations. If yes, we would be going for well, if yes, we'll see when we get around to it. But there are also the End of Dragon's legendary weapons that I would like to pursue, which I did want to like start with by basically finishing End of Dragon's story, the core one, and I'm going through it slowly on my alt character. So we'll see when we get around to that, but I probably don't expect a legendary journey episode anytime soon. In terms of like other things I could stream, there's still this one project that I wanted to launch, that I've already made like an Easter egg on my April Fool's stream. So I do believe it was April Fool's. So once I upload the VOD on YouTube, which hasn't happened yet, but hopefully will happen soon, you can check it out. I've linked it in the description. I'm sorry, in chat. You should see it, even if not on screen itself, in the chat. So there's a link to my YouTube where I upload my videos eventually, whenever I get around to it, and also my Patreon in case anyone would like to support me financially as well. Anyway, thanks for being here. At least one person was, which is surprising, but maybe not so due to the drops. Thanks for that. I guess I haven't fulfilled all the drop requirements for you. I don't know what the last step is. I have to check it out myself. So maybe I should host someone actually to get you those drops. That would be actually a good idea. So let me see whether I can still remember how to freaking do that. If you give me a minute, we might do a little bit of a raid. Let's see who is streaming. Who's streaming Guild Wars 2? Anyone we know. I'd hate to like raid a big ass streamer, because that would I would feel embarrassed. I would feel embarrassed by that. Other than that, I have all the drops filters, but don't know how do I filter just Guild Wars. I do have this thing. Also, I would like to host some entertaining content, not just like, I don't know, PvP. There seems to be a very small streamer I'm looking off to the side. You can't see who I'm watching. Okay. Let's see if I manage to actually host these guys or I guess I'd have to go through the content creator page. I'm sorry, I don't do this very often, so I guess you can tell, right? Come on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This is also the thing about it is I have it in check, the whole Twitch thing, and I'm not sure how you actually trigger the raid. I will figure it out, don't worry. I've done it before. Ah. See, there's like a whole bit cut off. Okay, yeah, that's because I didn't. All right, thank you. Perfect. We did discover someone, and I've closed that again. I've closed that since I'm an idiot. Meanwhile, my viewers dropped out, all of them, or maybe they didn't. They don't care. They're here just for the drops. That's also a possibility, right? I'm guessing that might be it. Yeah, still some people in according to like the counter. So where was it? Who did I want to host? That was not the person. Whatever. Let's pick this one. Don't know who it is, but we might find out together. Okay. Enjoy.
took a swing at you? What did you say to him this time?
Took a swing? Yeah, with his pickaxe. I didn't think that. I swear.
Fired up!
Fiancé, she knocked him on his ass.
Where are they now?
Still down there. I don't know. He wasn't gonna stop. We didn't want to kill him, so we ran away.
Fired up!